most famous physical therapist on the internet.
Hi folks, I'm Bob Schrupp, physical therapist.
Brad Heineck, physical therapist.
Together we're the most famous physical therapists on the internet.
In our opinion, of course, Bob. Booyah! Booyah! That was
Today
fun.
We're going to talk about 5 balance and leg exercises with the BOOYAH Stik.
That's right.
This is an updated video.
It is, Bob. It's updated. We got some better information on here, something everyone can use one way or another. Wait, before we go any farther, Bob, we have a giveaway.
Right. I believe we're giving away a mattress. I'm not for certain. So go to bobandbrad.com, go to the giveaway section, and you'll see our giveaway there.
Right.
You can also go to Facebook, and it'll be pinned to the top of the page.
Right.
The other thing is, Brad, if they watch this video a month later, that wouldn't be the giveaway. So it's a good thing to always go check it out, what our giveaway is.
Yep. Yeah, every week we got something new out there. So anyways, shall we continue on?
Yeah, let's continue.
Well, we should do a little story about the BOOYAH Stiks. You know, that's in the title. About 5 years ago, we were using a white piece of plastic pipe, not for
PVC
exercises. Pipe. Yeah, it was. We were using it to simulate
a barbell.
A barbell to show about how to lift properly and body mechanics. And then we start using it for balance because it was handy. And then all of a sudden, we'd get comments after comments saying,
requesting.
Yeah, they would want to find out where they could buy one of these sticks. And then we had to name it. I don't know. Bob came up with Booyah somehow. And then we had, we weren't happy with the material that we had. So we did some research. We found out this material has it's nice. Very durable. We smacked it against a tree in the wintertime, snow on the ground.
Good grip.
Could not break it. It's the right diameter. It grips very well. We've got some really nice industrial duty tips on it. They will not wear out.
I will apologize. It's fairly pricey.
Yeah.
Because Amazon just jacks this thing up. I mean, the cost for storing it is really high.
And shipping because it's really 5 foot long.
Yes.
So you can use anything. You don't have to buy a BOOYAH Stik. You can use anything that's 5 foot long, about an inch and a half in diameter. These work well. It's up to you. Whatever works for you.
We're not gouging you. I mean, we honestly, we make $6.
Right. Yeah, it's a long story with the stuff we learn. Anyways, so go ahead, make your own if you don't want to spend the money on them. That's just fine.
Exactly.
So here's what we're going to do. We're going to show you, we've got so many exercises with this, with the shoulder and whatnot, but we narrowed it down for this, for balance and leg exercises.
Right.
Okay, so the first one is forward lunges. Now,
I do these next to another object too, in addition to the
and that works out well because some people may need to. If I go with my right foot to lunge, is that okay, Danny? Or am I cut? How about here? There we go. Put the stick in the opposite hand of the leg that goes forward. You'll have better balance.
Right. I'm using this and the stick.
Yep. And that's whatever you need to be safe. Go out and now. Go down as far as you feel comfortable. You can use a stick to help push yourself up as well.
Dipping that back leg down to the floor.
Yep. So
that's
that
you
knee.
Want to keep in mind.
Yep. Right. Now the other thing that we talked about in that last video that we've changed our tune on is the knee can go over the toes now if it's pain-free.
What we mean is this would be not over the toe.
Yep.
Now that would be beyond and over the toe.
Right. So we want you to go over the toe if it doesn't irritate your knee.
Right. Because you're going to do that throughout life when you walk downstairs.
Sure.
And we wanted to have you train for it.
Yeah. And if you're athletic, younger, you're going to do it when you jump and when you run and all these other activities. So
what I do in the morning, Brad, I actually do one set with the knees kind of back.
Okay.
And then I do the second set with the knee further forward.
Kind of a warm-up.
Yes.
So we're going to suggest 10 repetitions is a good goal to start with each leg.
Yep.
And of course, you can make it more difficult and more harder. Always smooth motion. So let's go to number 2. Heel toe raisers. This is pretty simple, but it's really critical for balance. For your ankle strength as well, because ankle strength and balance go together. Plus
what?
I can't remember. I just had a brain fart. Oh, it's a family show. Can you say that in a family?
I think fart is okay.
Fart's okay. I thought
That's little kids say fart.
Yeah,
They
okay.
laugh at that.
Yeah, that you can say that. So up and down on your toes, 25 times is the goal. You know,
That's right.
if you're older, you know, do what you can. 15 is fine. If you want to advance this is like too easy. Simply go to 1 foot. If your left foot's down, the stick should be in the right hand. You'll have a little better support and base. And that will wear you out if nothing else does.
And if, as always, if you need a little more help, you can be against the wall.
Yeah, like this. This is actually really nice. You got that? Okay, boy, we got a good angle on that new camera. All right. So again, progress it that way, 15 to 25 repetitions. Number 3, now you don't need to have this. It's just a piece of shelf liner. But so you can see, I'm going to start with 1 foot in a specific spot on the floor. And this is a real good balance exercise. Yep. So if you imagine a clock, now it's all digital, but the old time clocks, 12 is here. We're going to touch 12. We're going to touch over to 3. We're going to touch back to 6 and then across over to 9 o'clock. So to make this more difficult, reach out farther and you're strengthening this leg as well as challenging your balance. I can feel my quadriceps working big time here. And naturally, you want to do both legs as well. You know, if you're recovering from an injury or you're elderly and you want to work on this, you can, but you need to have a second person to hold you, make sure in case you were to lose your balance.
Always safety first.
Yep. Over and back. There we go. Okay, next one. Now, this one, I don't know if you do these, Bob.
I don't.
You don't do reverse lunges?
It seems to me they're the same as forward lunges. I don't know how they're different, really.
Well, the big difference, I think, is that you can't see where you're going.
Right.
So it changes your confidence, I think. So I don't feel as confident going back this way as I do as far as going this way. So it's just another option. And go down and touch. And the other thing is, if you do get pain going over your knee, I think it's easier to do this to keep this knee without going over your toe.
Right. I agree with that. I concur.
And also with this one, if you do alternate on right and left, this goes for the forward ones, it's a little more challenging, and I think it's a little more functional than just doing 10 on one leg at a time, then 10 on the other.
I'm getting ready for the next one.
Posture squats. And the last one, now the stick on this is really critical because it teaches your body proper back mechanics while you bend forward. There you go. So what's going on? Bob has a stick he's holding in his hands. We have 3 points of contact at the belt line, between the shoulder blades, and his head. Then we know the spine is in there.
Am I doing it wrong?
We got a gap here.
1 point of contact.
Right. And then the back is no longer there. We don't want that.
This keeps you honest.
Yep. And the other thing is when you do it with this, I've had patients do this, and I talked about your wife doing this, is you learn, your body learns your body mechanics really nicely.
She visualizes it.
Yep.
Every time she's going to lift something, she thinks the stick is in place.
There you go.
And she keeps the body straight.
And I want to show one more thing. This is one thing I'll do. Watch the stick at the bottom. Can you see that, Danny? I go down until the stick touches, and then I know I'm going to the same level every time.
Sure.
And if I want to go deeper, I'll just leave it slip up.
Sure.
Slip with my fingers, and then I know where, you know, if you really want to get persnickety and be consistent on your squats, you know you're going the same level, which is not a big thing, but it's nice.
Right. And by the way, this new stick does not come apart.
Yeah, on our old video,
old one did.
That was a mistake when we designed it. We thought we could make it easy to carry around.
Easier to ship.
Yeah. And you could put it in your luggage bag, but
it would break.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, the coupling was not strong enough. So
things you learn.
We very quickly learned that and eliminated that. So yeah, this will not break. It's a wonderful piece of equipment.
Remember, Brad and I can fix just about anything. Except for
a broken heart.
But we're working on it.
And the BOOYAH Stik, I don't think is going to help.
No, I guess not.
No. You could maybe buy a BOOYAH stick for your significant other, and maybe they'll like you again. Nah, that is not going to work.
All right. Take care.
Be careful.